A very unusual episode today. We're going to talk about skate wheels because I'm sure you have a ton of questions. It's off season. It's the best time to work on your skates, and maybe you don't know what kind of wheels you should use. The hardness is going to be the higher numbers, like the 96A and up. Softer wheels are going to be the 88A and lower. So the difference is a hard wheels is going to give you a little more speed, a little more slide, a little more agility, and that's good for jammers and other such people who want to go fast and juke around and move. The 88As, those are the softer wheels, are going to be more traction, give you a lot more stick on the track, so you won't be sliding out on the corners. They're great for blockers, assists, even some pivot type people who want to just switch it up a lot, or then you can have something kind of in between. Now I'm going to show you my collection of wheels, and I'm going to talk to you, give you kind of a quick review on what I like and what I've used. And I can say for now, most of my wheels are in fact derby wheels. You can tell because they have the thicker wheel size and they're kind of square on the edges. If you get into trick riding and skate parks and ramps and want to have a little more slide, then you want to get something called a park wheel, which I don't have yet, but I'm going to have some soon. I ordered some and I will test them out and I will tell you how it goes. But we're going to start with my hardest wheels, which I just started getting into because I started to use my edges of my wheels more and I like the speed. I have these ones. These are called Hyperlicious. The color could be anything, but they're 96A and they're 62 millimeter. That's the width. This is very fast, very hard wheel. In the beginning I didn't like these because they made a clacking kind of sound on the track, but again still wide, so they give you a lot of stability. Jukes, they are made by Adam. They're 95A, still pretty hard, a lot of good slide, but I found they're working out pretty well for me when I'm getting some traction on the corners. Once you're a better skater, you're going to be using your edges anyway, so that's going to make a huge difference on how well you stick onto the track. So when I'm trying to get faster, I tend to be a slower skater, more of a power blocker. I want my feet planted on the ground, and so I'll use a lot of these sort of wheels. These are a 91A Adam Snap. I got several sets of these because I liked the way they stuck to the track really well in the beginning, and I was really worried about like injuring my ankle, so I wanted to be really, really secure. So they're very wide. They're 62 millimeter, very wide. Problem with the wider wheels is sometimes you get skate lock with other skaters. You get tripped up with your wheels kind of sticking into their area and you kind of trip. That's not cool. So you kind of sometimes want something kind of in between, which that's what I got for my bout wheels. These are 92A. These are a backspin and they're jam speed. So the inside you can see here is very hollow and plastic. This makes them very super lightweight, which I like for moving around really fast. My favorite bout wheels. I have these always set up, and just before a game I will switch to them. You will notice. So I go with the heavier wheels when I'm at practice, but then these light wheels for the game. Some Adam G rods. I have used these for a bunch of games. They tend to be heavier. They stick to the track pretty well. Good speed. They're a little bit harder. I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but they're pretty darn good. These ones here, these are radar flat and Radar Outrageous. They're pretty much the same wheel. They're 88. They're a little bit stickier. They have this groove down the center, which I think is probably for traction. But for me, after skating with them a couple of times, everything just wears out smooth and flat anyways, so that doesn't even matter. You can get them re-grooved. Doesn't matter. 3 times of skating, I'm done with my traction. Done. So it's really about my edges, like using this side and this side. A lot of girls on my team like these Atom Poisons. These are a 84A hardness. Pretty darn sticky. Probably one of the stickier kinds of wheels. When I ride on these, they feel squishy to me, and I kind of like that. And again, you know, your stickiness to the track has to do with how heavy you are as well. You have to take that into consideration. If you are a lighter skater, you might want to just stay with the sticky wheels all the time, because it'll keep you from sliding out of the track on the corners. This is also an Atom wheel. I'm not really sure which brand, but this is an example of a hub that is aluminum. See the metal on the inside here? That's really good for you are a heavier skater and you want a little more support on the inside of your wheel so it doesn't feel as squishy. I think that would be good for me, but I haven't had a full set of these, so I don't know how that would feel. One thing I noticed though, when I take my bearings out of a hub like this, I have to use a bearing puller because they get stuck in there and it won't come out, so you have to have a special tool, which I will show you later. These are my all-time favorites outdoor wheels right now, and they look very beat up. And these are really, really cheap. They are vintage roller derby wheels. That's the brand, Roller Derby. They're 88A hardness, so very, very soft. Rounded on the corners. You notice how round they came. That is really great for dirt, rocks, twigs, cracks, rolling over things, and we skate downtown all the time, so I really like these. It's good for not falling, rolling over things that you don't see, like seeds and stones and whatever's out there, gravel. It's also a 40 millimeter, so it's kind of thinner. You can see that. So it's good for agility. My advice for you, if you don't know what you want and know what you like for wheels, you should get a box of used mixed wheels and try them all, and try them in different configurations. You can go zigzag, alternate, or you could put like all of your sticky wheels on the outside or the inside. Try different things and see what you like. Here is a weird wheel that I got. This is a tile biter. It's made by Radar. It's a 92A and it's a 31 millimeter. So it's super, super small. This is what you call probably the ultimate jammer wheel. Light, small, hard. I don't have a full set of these, so I can't really give you a review on them, but they're a little bit different. And when I get a full set, I will show you how well I like them. I'll talk about them. That is it for now on wheels. If you have questions, please ask them. You can send me your old wheels, I'll review them. You know, and like I said, I'm getting the trick wheels pretty soon in the mail. I'm getting some skate rats, and they're really, really small, really, really rounded on the edges here. I'm working on slides, so we'll see if I like them, and I can tell you later.